Alrighty, what's up guys? It's your boy Phantom here, back at you another video today, bring you guys another Hero Colosseum video. Now I know I haven't uploaded these videos in a long time. It's been a while, right? I've been on Hero Colosseum for such a long time. I'm still master level 17. I had so much to do the past week or so with my school, my final exams, my semester, stuff like that. I can happily say that stuff is over for now, and I can finally get some more videos pumped out for you guys for Hero Colosseum. So today we're going to be discussing what I feel like are the best figures and the best must-have figures on your deck in Hero Colosseum. And these are going to be, of course, my opinion, my personal opinion. So if you guys have anything different you want to say to add to my list, comment that down below. Share your thoughts and let's get a discussion going. But these are my personal picks of the best figures to have on your team, you know what I'm saying, during battle. The best figures, the must-haves if you want to have the best chance at victory, from my personal experience. Now, of course, I don't have all the figures on lock, unfortunately. Once again, I haven't been on in a week, so I haven't been doing any summons. I haven't been doing anything, you know what I'm saying. I've lost my #1 spot. I've been lost that. I've just been so busy with like school and stuff, so busy. So, and people are boosting. People boosted past me, so it's whatever. I'm gonna still put my #1 thumbnail because I feel like I deserve to be. I feel like I deserve it. It's kind of bad. People are boosting, but that's a video for another day. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the video, guys. Talk about the best figures in Hero Colosseum. All right, so these are all the figures that I have in my collection right now. I got rid of a bunch of them, but here are all my figures. I have, for the majority, I have all URs. I have 1 SR, 2 SRs right here, and the rest are URs. And I have these 2 ends right here that I just kept just because they're kind of cool, I guess. But I just kept them. I just kept them right here. But on to what's the best figures for Hero Colosseum. I'm going to be basing this off of effective use and how you can use them in a variety of ways. So like when it comes to speed, health, damage, formations, I'm going to do a separate video on all these. So today we're doing best figures, and then next video I'm going to do best attack formations and best defensive formations and stuff like that, and best perks to use for your decks in Hero Colosseum. And by perks I mean like character skills, like you see right there at the bottom right. Character skills like attack up columnist, attack up C, and speed up C, stuff like that. We're gonna be doing those videos on my channel, so make sure you subscribe and check them all out. But on to the best figures. In my personal opinion, I feel like Piccolo, I'm gonna go to him right here. He's my max level. Piccolo right here, number 45, of course, is one of the best figures in Hero Colosseum. He is in my opinion, he's a must-have if you're trying to run any kind of defensive build for your deck. He's a must-have, as you guys can see. So let me put it. As you can see, he has max health at max level. He has 9,370 health. His attack is 4,260. So he has a ton of health and a ton of attack power, which can be devastating. It will take at least 2 brutes to take out my Piccolo. And even with that, he gets a plus 350 to his defense, which can be repeated and stacked up over and over again, and 5,000 defense to once again to your master. So this makes for some very good formations when you're trying to just attack in a 2-row attack against somebody, trying to hit the master very strong with your DPS. You know what I'm saying? This makes for very good formations. And it takes a lot to counter this Piccolo. There is another Piccolo, I believe it's number 46, which has high defense. And that one's also really good. I think it's better than this Piccolo. I don't have that Piccolo. I have the one with the higher health. There's one with higher defense. And I think he's honestly a little bit better than this Piccolo. But they're both really good. No matter what Piccolo you get, it's a great figure. One of the must-have figures in Hero Colosseum is Piccolo. He's going to be a staple in any kind of defensive formation. That's just my personal opinion. Now on to the next one. Since we're talking about defense, let's go to Whis. I feel like Whis, number 67. This is the one I have. There's a better Whis, honestly. But this is the one I have. He is another one of the best figures in Hero Colosseum. As you guys can see, his posing skill is placed on a trigger square for minus 30% to all damage taken by allies on the field, and it stacks during that turn only. So mix this with Piccolo and your team could be tanks. for the most part. You can have a tanky team. Whis can support Piccolo with his plus 350 defense. Whis can support Piccolo, and he can also support the rest of the team. He has high speed, as you see right there. He has very high defense. Now, my Whis is still level 1. I have to get him max level for him to have his real stats, of course, be shown. These is his base stats at level 1. I haven't been on Hero Colosseum in about a week, so I got to get back to work for the most part, catching up on everything. But Whis is one of the best figures you can get. He can be very hard to take out if your opponent plays him very smart, and he can really affect the battle. He can really make the battle move in a certain wave to where it'll be very hard to take out your opposing team figures for the most part, because his defense, his minus 30% defense, comes in clutch. Not gonna lie, it's very, very good. And Whis is one of the best figures, another one of the best figures to have in your deck at all times. Now, on to the third one. This is my personal opinion once again. I feel like Super Saiyan UR Vegeta, number 23, Super Saiyan Vegeta, I feel like he is one of the best figures to have in Hero Colosseum. He's, in my opinion, sorry about that, excuse me. He's, in my opinion, better than Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, just for his posing skill alone. Place on a trigger square for plus 1,000 to own attack, stacks during that turn only. Plus 1,000 to attack is a lot of attack, guys. That's a lot. That can one-shot anybody that's below like 4,000 health. It can one-shot them. God forbid you put like attack up. See, like what I got on right now, attack up to boost his attack. Oh, God forbid you do that. That can one-shot anybody below 4,000 health. That's a clean one-shot, no problem. But his perk adds on to that. It deducts 700 defense from whoever he hits, and it also prevents them from switching places until the next turn. Do you know how OP that is? That is a very good perk. Vegeta is a very popular figure in Hero Colosseum. Minus 700 defense is a lot. Okay, that is a lot. And it stacks up. So if they do survive the first hit, which would be very, very, very surprising, that they have to sit there for the next turn, which is pretty much a guaranteed kill for that figure if you put somebody else to attack him again. That's a guaranteed kill. So Vegeta is a guaranteed. Like, if Vegeta hits one of your figures, that's a guaranteed knockout for the most part, unless you're running like a tank, like Majin Buu or something, or maybe Piccolo. If Piccolo can survive 2 hits from Vegeta, 1,000 attack, that would be very, very surprising. So I feel like Vegeta is a very good tank killer. He's a tank killer. So people like figures with a lot of health, like Piccolo, UR Piccolo and Goku Black and stuff like that. Figures with a lot of base health. He wipes them out. He can wipe them out. And if he doesn't wipe them out, they have to sit there for another turn, risking getting wiped out again. So I feel like UR Vegeta number 23 is one of the best figures to have on your team in Hero Colosseum. Very, very effective in DPS. One of the best DPSs to have for your deck. His defense is very low, so he's kind of a glass cannon for the most part, but played right, he can be a huge game changer. It's crazy. All right, on to the next one. Who we have next? Let's see. All right, on to the next one. Got my fourth one. We got UR Frieza number 35. Now, as you guys can see, he's my max. He's another max level figure that I have. He's one of my other bread and butters. I feel like Frieza First Form is one of the best figures to have in Hero Colosseum. As you guys can see, his speed is 4,160. That is a lot of speed. Now, you would be saying that Trunks' speed would be more than that, and you would be right, but I feel like what makes Frieza better than Trunks, even though they both have similar qualities when it comes to they're really there just for the speed, is I feel like Trunks is only there for the speed. Now, this is my personal opinion. Once again, I don't have Trunks leveled up, of course, so I don't know his full potential, his full power, but I feel like Trunks is only really used for his speed. As you guys see, Trunks has very low attack, very low defense, but very high speed, which feels like he's only really used for the speed. I feel like you can use Frieza right here for speed and DPS. Frieza does a lot of damage. This isn't my max Frieza. My best Frieza right here, 4,880. And he, once again, as you guys can see, he is not max level. He's not max level. 4,880. So put two of these Friezas on the same deck and you can be speed monsters, speed freaks, doing a bunch of damage. And as you guys can see, I have the same perks right here assigned to both my Friezas. Attack up C is speed up C, attack up C, speed up C. I usually put them both in the same column because they both maximize each other's speed. They take away their opponent's speed. I forgot to mention that. Puts on the trigger square, it deducts 170 speed. Oh, is it, what is it? 5 your own speed, and okay, it's defense, sorry. One of them deducts speed, I forgot. So it's 170 defense, which is pretty good to all opponents on the field. So once again, puts on the trigger square, it deducts 170 defense to all opponents on the field, which is really good. And plus 500 speed, which stacks. As you guys can see, this stacks over time. So plus 500 speed, it can turn into 1,000, 1,000 to 500, 2,000. You know what I'm saying? So much speed. So once again, I feel like Frieza first form, number 35, and Frieza first form, number 36, are two of the best figures to have in Hero Colosseum. Alright, before I get on to my my final figure that I will pick for one of the best figures to have for Hero Colosseum, I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Gohan Adult Gohan number 88. I feel like this figure is very underrated. I have a friend who has a deck built around this Gohan right here, and I feel like he's very underrated. His stats do not look that good. Once again, only level 1 on this figure because I really don't use him. But his perk is place on the trigger square for plus 30% to ultimate attack gauge, and this can be repeated. This is very underrated and this can be very underestimated at times. What 30% to ultimate attack gauge means, which is a lot of percent to the attack gauge, this means that after about 2 turns, you can, or 1 turn, so say you have 2 Gohans of these same Gohans on your deck, you place them both on both those trigger squares on the first turn. That's before, like, when the next turn starts, because plus 30% and times 2 of course is 60%, which is the max for the ultimate gauge. You already have your ultimate ready to fire at your opponent. So depending on how you play this Gohan, you can have like a freaking one shot already on the second turn of the game, which can be very dangerous. Has to be played right, of course, but this can be very dangerous. So I feel like he deserves an honorable mention. If you get a deck that's very good around this, very good to support around this perk right here, this could be a very big game changer. Imagine the second turn of the game started and you already have your ultimate. You can already like take out at least 3 people on your opponent's team. Imagine that. That's crazy, and it's something to definitely take into consideration. So honorable mention to Adult Gohan number 88. And for the final figure for the video, I had a real tough time picking between Kid Buu, Kid Buu, and Beerus. Had a very tough time. They both do tons of damage, tons. Kid Buu is insane. Kid Buu, of course, Kid Buu attacks your whole column. So place on a trigger square to attack 2 opponents in the column in front, and plus 1,000 to own attack after defeating an opponent. Repeatable. This stacks over time constantly. So like I said before, 1,000 to his own attack can turn into 6,000, 7,000. As you guys see my perks right there. Attack up 0-2. What that means is if I place Kid Buu in a column, I forgot what that mean actually. I forgot what I actually meant. Look at me, I'm trying to sound smart. I forgot what the hell I'm talking about. How do I go to the custom? Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Place with one other figure for 1.2 times on attack. Yes. So sorry about that. I forgot what I meant. So this can be very dangerous with his own perk. If you take out an opponent, if you defeat him, plus 1,000 to your own attack, that stacks over time. And then with my perk right there, I'm gonna do a video on perks in the future, but man, Kid Buu can one-shot damn near anything, no matter what. Don't let Kid Buu touch your master. That's all I'm saying. I posted a video on how dangerous Kid Buu can be. I've literally ended the game in like 1 turn with Kid Buu. and only Kid Buu. I've ended games 1 turn with Kid Buu. Kid Buu's very dangerous. And the reason why I'm putting him at a tie with Beerus is because Beerus can do the exact same thing. Beerus is very, very dangerous. As you guys can see, Beerus's opposing skill, place on a trigger square to deal damage that ignores opponent's defense. And this stacks over time. So this could be a huge counter to Piccolo. If your opponent is running a Piccolo deck, Beerus is a check for that. He counters it because it ignores defense. So this can beat out Whis, this can beat out Piccolo. And I should actually maybe have, this should mean Beerus should beat Kid Buu, but the reason I'm having it be a tie is because Kid Buu can attack 2 opponents in the same column in front of him, which can be very dangerous, honestly. That's very, very good. You can take out dang near 2 people in 1 turn if they're in the same column, which is dangerous. So they're both worth a tie. They're worth a tie at this point. Of course, Beerus's perk is very scary. Beerus is, of course, a glass cannon though, so he's not hard to take out, but if Beerus gets going, he can take out, he can do very serious damage, and you should be afraid of either one of these 2 if they're on your opponent's deck. Be very careful, pay attention to what the trigger square is, and try to take either one of them out as soon as possible without taking too much damage. So Beerus and Kid Buu, I feel like, are another 2 of the best figures to have on your team in Hero Colosseum. Alright guys, and that's gonna wrap up the video for me today. Once again, basically, what's really funny, basically the best figures to have on your team are just all the UR figures. All the URs are extremely good, but those 5 or 4 I mentioned in the video are some of the key URs that you want on your team. Very key, very dangerous, and very effective that you want on your team at all times. So keep those figures in mind and make sure you use them correctly, and you will be unstoppable for the most part. You will be unstoppable. And that's just my personal opinion from my own personal experiences. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys learned something from the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe here for more Hero Colosseum details, topics, ways to get better, ways to improve your deck, all Hero Colosseum stuff. Subscribe here for your boy King Phantom. This has been your boy, once again, King Phantom. And I'm out for the day. Stay tuned for the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.